welcome to Ollie's Garage. Today I got a little sketchy package in the mail, and this is a Chinese tool that I got off the internet from eBay. So what this is a seal extractor. This is VW tool 2085, and this tool is made to extract 32mm gaskets from VW engines and Audi engines. It'll work as well on all the different European engines that VW made there for all their brands. When you look in the VW repair manual, you'll see that this tool doesn't really work on any of the newer diesels, but they still have a 32mm gasket. My sneaking suspicion is it's just that this inside piece is a different length, because aside from that, 32mm seal is a 32mm seal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this and test it out today. Obviously, I'm gonna try this on a couple more seals here over the next couple, months and years as I'm using it, and then I'll do a long-term review, but we're gonna give it a shot today. I haven't seen this reviewed anywhere on the internet yet, and a $33 fine for this tool that can help you extract your camshaft or crankshaft seal would be really nice. That would really help speed things up and keep it simple. Stay tuned. What this tool is designed to do is to be able to screw it in the front of the seal right there, so you can actually remove any of these camshaft seals and the front crank seal on the engine. So I have a video where I replaced this seal on my ALH TDI, and I had to take the valve cover off, then I had to take one of the cam caps off, all that stuff. So you don't have to do that if you have this tool. Again, this works from Mark 1 all the way. This is a Mark 5 that we're working on. It should work for that as well. It doesn't list it again in the VW manual that it works for that, but again, that same 32mm seal. The way this works, if you look closely at it, it's pretty nifty. This is threaded and it's conical. So you just screw that into that seal. It bites into that metal lip. It just destroys the rubber, bites into that metal lip. You screw it in nice and tight. And then once it's in place, you screw this all the way in. It pushes against that cam right here, and then it pulls it out. And since this cam's a little bit of a different length or whatever, there's the difference, we're actually gonna use something else. It came with this piece, but this is gonna be too long because this screw is too small and all that stuff. So what I'm gonna do is just use this little socket. So this is just a 15mm. Put that in there. Still use that washer. Oh yeah, plenty of room there. Let's get to work. We're gonna oil this thing just a little bit. The key here is that we don't scratch this cam. If we scratch the cam, we're kind of screwed. All right, it's already starting to eat. We've got it in there nice and straight. As you can see, it already ate that outer dust seal away here. That's what all these little rubber components are. It says to tighten this firmly, but you don't want to go too tight because we don't want to obviously destroy anything. So now I'm just going to take my ratchet here. Key is to keep this nice and straight. Now we're just going to keep slowly tightening it until it's really biting. All right, that's biting pretty good. Okay, got that little locking pin out. Washer. Our dual purpose 15mm socket. That's acting as a spacer today. I see movement. Boom, look at that. That seal came out really well. Good, okay. That worked incredibly well. This is one of those $30 tools that I wish I would have bought, 6 years ago before I started doing cam seals the hard way. Highly recommend this thing. If you own a VW and you ever need to do a timing belt job or just think you need to change a cam or a crank seal, buy this thing. This is the eBay special. It worked ridiculously well. Here you can see this where we pulled that seal out from. That came out really well. Why do we have to pull it out? Well, it was leaking. Someone just redid the head on this TDI and the cam seal came back leaking like crazy. So now we got to install a new one. On this car, there's also no other way to get this gasket out aside from removing all this stuff. You'd have to split this head right here. So this tool really worked well. Otherwise, we would have had to undo this entire thing up here. Bunch of screws, bunch of gasket sealer, all that stuff. So that worked really well.